Well, it's been in the hands of the Minnesota Supreme Court for more than a year now, and tonight the court issuing a decision on felon voting rights. Good evening. I'm Kelsey Carlson.
And I'm Amy Hucker. The court ruling the state legislature should decide when felons can vote in an election. Fox 9's Rob Wilson joining us live from the Capitol. So, Rob, where does this go from here?
Well, it's probably still going to happen. This legislation to restore felon voting rights passed in the House about 2 weeks ago, expected to get a floor vote in the Senate in the next 2 weeks, and expected also to pass. So the outcome, the change, will likely still happen. In the end, this became a debate, though, about not whether the change should be made, but who should make it. And those who brought the suit are still upset that the Supreme Court didn't simply declare current law unconstitutional.
I was the lead plaintiff on the ACL's lawsuit because I believe I should have the right to vote.
Jennifer Schroeder says she is angry that after waiting for the Minnesota Supreme Court for more than a year to make a ruling on restoring a felon's right to vote if they're no longer incarcerated, it chose to uphold current law, meaning she still cannot vote until probation is complete in 30 more years.
By ruling against our case, the Minnesota Supreme Court has said that what I am doing and who I am is not enough. I am not good enough.
State law says felons don't get their voting rights returned until their sentence is fully complete. The ACLU's legal challenge argued that should mean when they're released from custody.
We believe that the court should have fixed the state's flawed system of disenfranchisement.
The court's opinion seemed to agree with making the change, but disagreed they were the body to make that change. Writing, we recognize the troubling consequences, including the racial impacts flowing from the disenfranchisement of persons convicted of a felony. The legislature retains the power to respond to those consequences.
Before us today is an opportunity to do better.
Meantime, the legislation to restore those rights has passed the House. It did 2 weeks ago and is awaiting a vote in the Senate, where it is also expected to pass. The governor said he will sign it. So while the ACLU and Restore the Vote organizers lost in court, they're still likely to get what they want and says they'll keep up the pressure until they do.
This bill passed through the House with bipartisan support, you all. And this bill will pass through Senate. We don't know when the Senate floor vote is going to happen, but our organizing doesn't stop.
A statement from the Secretary of State Steve Simon. Again, they were the ones defending the current law. The ACLU sued the Secretary of State's office. He wrote today, while our office defended the law as it is currently written, I believe that the policy is long overdue for a correction. He also said, I will continue to be a strong advocate for legislation already passed by the House that will allow those who have left prison behind to rejoin our democracy and vote in our elections. So again, they had to defend the current law, even though they disagreed with it, arguing it was best left to the legislature, and that is where it stands now. Again, expected to pass sometime in the next couple of weeks. Live at the Capitol, Rob Wilson, Fox 9.